Welcome back for two more examples on how to convert repeating decimals to fractions. For the first example, we have 0.86 with just the 6 repeating. Step 1 is to set the repeating decimal equal to x, which gives us x equals 0.86 with the 6 repeating. Let's label this equation 1 from step 1. Step 2, if needed, multiply both sides of the equation by multiples of 10 until just the repeating digits are to the right of the decimal. Notice right now we have this 8 that does not repeat and is to the right of the decimal. We want a decimal where we just have the 6 repeating to the right. Notice for this to happen, we have to move the decimal one place to the right, which is equivalent to multiplying by 10, which means for equation 2 from step 2, we multiply both sides of this equation by 10. 10 times x is 10x, and 10 times 0.86 with the 6 repeating is equal to 8.6 repeating. Notice now we just have the repeating 6 to the right of the decimal, which is what is needed for step 2. And now for step 3, we form another equation by multiplying both sides of the equation from step 1 or step 2 by multiples of 10, so that one set of the repeating digit or digits are now to the left of the decimal. So because the 6 is repeating, we need a decimal where we have 1 6 to the left of the decimal. Looking at equation 2, for this to happen, we have to move the decimal one place to the right, which again is equivalent to multiplying by 10. So for step 3 or equation 3, we multiply both sides of equation 2 by 10. 10 times 10x is 100x, and 10 times 8.6 repeating is equal to 86.6 repeating. Again, now notice how we have 1 6 to the left of the decimal, which is required for step 3. Step 4, we now subtract the equation from step 2 from the equation from step 3. So beginning with equation 3, we have 100x equals 86.6 repeating. And now we subtract equation 2, which means we subtract 10x from the left, and we subtract 8.6 repeating on the right. And now we subtract. 100x minus 10x is 90x. On the right, 86.6 repeating minus 8.6 repeating is equal to 78. And now we solve for x by dividing both sides by 90. Simplifying on the left, this quotient is 1. 1 times x is x. We have x equals 78/90ths, which does simplify. 78 and 90 share a common factor of 2. So we divide the numerator and denominator by 2. 78 divided by 2 is equal to 39. 90 divided by 2 is equal to 45. Now we have x equals 39/45, and x is equal to the repeating decimal. So now we know that 0.86 with the 6 repeating is equal to 39/45. And of course we can easily check this on the calculator. 39 divided by 45 does give us the repeating decimal of 0.86 with the 6 repeating. Next we have 3.152 with just the 5 and 2 repeating. Step 1, we set x equal to the repeating decimal, so we'll leave off the 3 for right now, and the equation is x equals 0.152 with the 5 and 2 repeating. This is equation 1. For equation 2, we multiply both sides of the equation by multiples of 10 until just the repeating digits are to the right of the decimal. Notice right now we have this 1 to the right, which doesn't repeat. We only want the 5 and the 2 to the right, which means we'd have to move the decimal one place to the right, which is equivalent to multiplying by 10. So for step 2, we multiply both sides of the equation by 10. 10 times x is 10x, and 10 times 0.152 with the 5 and 2 repeating is equal to 1.52 with the 5 and 2 repeating. Notice how just the repeating digits are now to the right of the decimal. Step 3, we now form another equation by multiplying both sides of the equation from step 1 or 2 by multiples of 10, so that one set of the repeating digit or digits are now to the left of the decimal, which means now we want a decimal where we have a 5 and 2 to the left of the decimal. In order to do this, we have to move the decimal 2 places to the right, which is equivalent to multiplying by 100. So for step 3 or equation 3, we multiply both sides of equation 2 by 100. 100 times 10x is equal to 1000x, and 100 times 1.52 with the 5 and 2 repeating is equal to 152.52 repeating. For step 4, we subtract equation 2 from equation 3. So beginning with equation 3, we have 1000x equals 152.52 repeating. And now we subtract equation 2. So we subtract 10x on the left, and we subtract 1.52 with the 5 and 2 repeating on the right. Subtracting 1000x minus 10x is 990x equals, subtracting on the right, 152.52 repeating minus 1.52 repeating is equal to 151. And now we solve for x by dividing both sides by 990. Simplifying, this quotient is 1. 1 times x is x. We have x equals 151 990ths. And this fraction doesn't simplify, so now we know the repeating decimal of 0.152 with the 5 and 2 repeating is equal to 151 990ths. So now we know 3.152 with the 5 and 2 repeating is equal to 3 the whole number plus the repeating decimal as a fraction, which is 151 990ths, or as a mixed number, 3 and 151 990ths. If we did want the fraction rather than a mixed number, the denominator would be 990, and the numerator would be 990 times 3 plus 151, which is equal to 3,121 990ths. And again, we can check this on the calculator. 3,121 divided by 990 does give us the original repeating decimal. Just be aware the calculator is rounding in the rightmost digit. I hope you found this helpful.